Grab a beer and pull up a chair. Welcome to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. This is Mike, the Northwoods Beer Guy.
Hi, Mike.
That would be Jim. We are still at Jim's, and we have a special guest. Since this is the first episode of 2024, Season 2, Jim.
Season
2 dose for
I got
our Spanish friends.
I got invited back.
Well,
Must be my lucky day.
my wife made me invite you back.
Oh.
After last week and those New Year's questions.
She's a special lady.
Yes, apparently she is, because I was so mad, and I was angry.
Those are such easy questions. I can't believe
Nope.
you're mad.
Nope.
Compared to the ones you gave me about movies and all that wild stuff.
Okay. Well, we are
You should be ashamed
joined.
of yourself.
After the way my score was, I was ashamed of myself.
There you go.
That's why I didn't want you back. You made me look bad.
All right. Well, you can redeem yourself.
Okay. Perfect. Well, hey, today starts our second season, and this is January and
2024.
2024, and we had said before we're starting off big.
Yep.
We're starting off really big. We're starting off so big we needed to bring in a third person.
Uh-oh.
So, since the first 4 people we called weren't available, we decided that we have another person here to try some of these beers, and that would be Toby.
Hey, everyone.
How's it going, man?
Doing great.
Good.
It's going well. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm glad that I was eventually able to be a person on your list to join you. So thanks for the call.
I was actually joking. It was just the first 2 that didn't answer.
Oh.
No.
I think that what scared a lot of people off was once we started telling them what we're going to be drinking, a lot of them got some cold feet.
You know, Jim, the smartest thing you told me was, let's not tell Toby what we're going to try. And it worked, and here he is.
Yes.
I would never back down from trying beer.
That's what we love about you.
Because I think Toby has really found a niche with the Central Waters beers.
Yes.
I think Toby's tried quite a few of those and really likes them. And I think Central Waters has a really good program going with their barrel aging process.
But we're not doing Central Waters.
So the reason why I was giving some backstory is this is, I think, the ones we're going to be trying today are pretty special. I mean, they've got a program that's probably right up there with Bourbon County.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're pretty good, and I think from my previous tasting of some of these Dragon's Milk beers, have always been really good.
Yes.
So I don't know if Toby's tried some of these in the past, but I think that it's going to be good to have another opinion to try some of these, because I mean, I think we've always had good luck.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there's been a bad Dragon's Milk beer that we've ever tried.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, we're going with Dragon's Milk.
Oopsies.
Our category today is Dragon's Milk, and we have enough yet to do another one, but that'll be later on. But yes, I've been collecting Dragon's Milk beers here for a little while, and we have the regular.
Yep.
If you want to call it that, the normal Dragon's Milk, and we have 8 variants.
A smorgasbord.
A virtual smorgasbord of Dragon's Milk. So this, if you're into like Game of Thrones and things like that, this is the episode for you, because we're going to be fighting the dragon.
Yes.
Because all of these, I think the lowest one is 11%.
Yes. So,
and it goes up to 12. What's the one? 12.3?
Yeah, did you make sure Toby brought his big boy pants for this? Because this is going to...
Well, I thought we were going to... Well, we hoped he did, because we didn't tell him what we were doing. Remember?
Yeah, and I think the other interesting part, too, I hope the picture represents it, but you can see the different labels.
Yeah.
We've got a couple that might be a year or 2 older, and they look a little bit different.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to be just good for the beer, just to age a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
That bourbon flavor is going to come out a little more.
For sure. So, yeah, that's what we're doing, Toby. Surprise. We're doing Dragon's Milk.
I'm loving it. This lineup in front of me that almost spans the table that we're at is beautiful.
Yes.
So I am super excited to dive into it. And Dragon's Milk definitely is a high-quality bourbon barrel beer that I have enjoyed greatly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're good. I like them. Like them a lot.
I like it a lot. So hopefully, are we talking too much, or should we start drinking some beer?
No,
it's
we're
going
good.
to take us a little bit of time to... Or should I give you a question?
Well...
Question? What do you mean question? What's
all right. Well, since Toby brought it up...
I mean, I've heard you guys haven't done a good job of questions.
All right, so
here answers.
answers. So here,
Okay.
so
The questions are good. The answers have been not
Exactly.
that good.
So here we go. Question number 1. Easiest question in the whole smorgasbord here. Which country? We're talking Winter Olympics because winter, right? Winter Olympics.
Well, that would have been good to know
Thank-
right off
thank
the
you for
bat.
telling
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you a hint.
I appreciate that.
Which country is the only one to have won a medal at every Olympic Winter Games?
My guess is going to.
Well, hold on.
Oh, okay.
Now you and Toby can talk.
Oh, so
And
we
then-
don't each. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. This
So-
is a joint-minded.
Okay. So
Oh, okay. Now, what's your answer?
man. Okay. What's the rules now? Because
Well, I gave you some time, and then you got to just give the answer now.
Norway.
So close, Toby. What were you gonna?
I would have said Sweden.
All right, you were close too. It's the United States.
Hmm.
So both are wrong. So that's -4.
-4.
Why do we get -4?
2 and 2. Is it?
That was the first question.
Oh, sorry. All right. Well, just -1 then. All right. So you see how easy they are.
All right.
All
You
right.
know, Toby. Some of the times that I've told you about Jim, it's starting to. You're realizing now I was telling the truth, right?
I always thought there was one games that we didn't go to, but maybe that was a Summer Olympics.
No,
That was
it
a-
has
Summer
nothing-
Olympics when
Nothing
the-
to do with that. Jim
Russia
is-
was in Afghanistan.
Well, I'm trying to be logical outside of Jim's logic.
outside of Jim's being mean.
Well,
Well, no, I mean, so I'm just making sure that now you
Okay.
still fall
So
behind.
now we're good. Okay.
All right, I'll keep them in that same.
How about this?
easy.
How about you give me yours and we'll ask
Yeah.
you the question next?
No, because you got to do it to me twice. I had to endure pain twice.
Oh, that's right. I
Oh.
talked to you about Christmas movies, and I learned you don't watch movies unless they're on the military channel.
Oh, so you forgot that.
A military Christmas. You got
the
that.
reality is I love listening to you guys debate, but I'm getting thirsty.
All right.
Yes.
So
All right. So what do we got
we
first, Mike?
are going to start off with the original Dragon's Milk,
Original. Is this they call that an OG?
the OG,
Okay.
the new OG,
The new OG. There.
Dragon's Milk Bourbon Barrel Stout.
Nice.
So,
All right.
Jim, what did you find out about it?
All right, it says, throughout the ages, dragon's milk has been a term used to describe potent ales that were bestowed in celebration at the end of a journey. Our signature stout carries on that tradition today. Roasted malt delivers notes of coffee and chocolate, married with sweet undertones of vanilla and oak.
And what?
And oak
Okay.
from a 3-month stay in bourbon barrels
Nice.
to create the truly legendary blend of flavor. 11% EBV.
Toby. 11. Toby.
That's a good number. I like double digits when it comes to these bourbon barrels.
All right. So hopefully,
All right. Now
this is the base model.
This is like their normal.
This has no frills.
Correct.
This is
All the
just-
rest of them have things added to this.
Right.
Different flavors. So
This is the true flavor of all the other ones.
correct. I thought we should start with this one
Okay.
to get this is what the base model,
Right.
so to speak, should
No
taste
frills
correct.
or fugels, whatever that was.
Whatever that
last week.
fool thing was.
The FU one.
The flugelhorn or whatever it
the
was.
FU one, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't swear.
We couldn't, yeah. So this is the original plain Jane Dragon's Milk.
Wow.
That is aroma.
That's good. That's a good flavor.
It's a great aroma.
Wow.
That is a good beer by itself.
No burn, good flavor, start to finish.
Yeah, it pours, thin. Sometimes you hear that higher alcohol content, but it definitely pours just like a normal beer. Good dark color to it, but the flavor is just fantastic.
You know what's crazy? You're right. It really is a thinner mouthfeel to it. Because like you said, there's other ones we've had where it clings to the glass, and this really doesn't do that. But boy, it's
a good beer. For their base model, that means they're all just going to go up from here in flavor.
Hopefully, yeah.
I mean, the only thing, you don't taste a lot of chocolate. I mean, it's just smooth. I think the chocolate, everything makes the beer smooth.
And you don't get like a real big, like a punch in the mouth bourbon boozy flavor. You know what I mean? But you can tell there's something there.
Right.
But it's not that, because we've had ones where you're just like, whoa, all I can taste is booze. This is not like that, I don't think.
I would definitely say they've found a great balance of the alcohol level, but the flavors. Because, you think coffee, and a lot of people are like, oh my God, it tastes like coffee. Coffee doesn't jump out at you here.
No.
Everything is very subtle. It blends together very well. It's fantastic as just a...
As their plain model.
Yeah,
Well, since we had Toby first, you want to give us your score? No. So let's just to remind everybody again. So what's our rating
From
scale?
0 to 5, 2.5 is average.
And again, anybody's opinion is their opinion.
There's no wrong opinion because it's your opinion.
Right.
So
however you see
Toby,
it.
if you rate it low, you're wrong. But no, I'm teasing you. So,
we will let you know.
Nobody's opinion is a wrong opinion because it's your opinion. So we're just, you know how it works.
Yeah, and I mean, this is always one of those things where you wonder where you come in at, because average is average for all beers. And you think about that and you're like, okay, where does this rank? To me, this ranks above average, so it's not even in the twos.
Right.
And I know we've had some beers that I've tried that we've put up there in the 4 or 5 has, I think, been some of the highest that I've rated. But as I go through time and I drink this beer, I'm probably gonna start with this one at about a 4.2.
Wow.
Nice.
Dang.
He's like
I'm going up there.
He took the people's elbow and
he's getting ready to do the
dropped it.
souffle on that thing.
I'll say that's wow.
All right. Well, Mike, what do you think?
For the OG original plain Jane, nothing added, it's very good.
Yep.
But I think I'm going to start this one. I'm going to go like a 3.8, just because, again, I think it's head and shoulders above a lot of the other barrel-aged beers we've had.
Yes.
But I do think that some of these other ones, with the addition of some other things, it may add to it.
Okay.
But like I said, I think it's really good, and I'm excited for the rest of them. So I'm going to go 3.8 just because, like I said, it's.
So you're not finding anything negative?
No.
Nothing negative about it?
No. I mean, the flavor, I think, is really good. The fact that it's not overpowered by bourbon is great. It has very good flavor. I think it could be a little. It seems a little bit muted,
right,
so to speak, compared to what we may be used to with some of these. So that's the only quote unquote knock I would have. But I think it's really good.
Okay. All right. So I'm thinking I'm using Mike's logic. As weird as that sounds, because it's the
first time he's ever.
Obviously, you two have been doing this together too long, but that's fine.
So, and his logic sometimes makes you bounce off 4 walls at once. So
I see it different, similar but very different. If you know what I mean. Jim makes me bounce off the wall.
So the flavors are good. And I think that the one thing that concerns me is it doesn't have the flavors that it talks about. I think that the flavors balance out the bourbon, which makes it good. So it's not anything below average. It's not a bad beer. I don't think it's in our superior level. It's above 4 for sure. But I think I'm going to go with 3.7. So I'm probably the lowest of everybody. But I do, in my heart of hearts, think, and I'm almost going to say I know, that the rest of these are going to have a better flavor than this one. So I know that we're going to get some that are going to be in the 4 range. Oh, yeah. And I think there might even be some above 4 or 5, which is going to be the new plateau. So, because we've not had, how many, do you remember how many we've had above the 4 or 5?
Boy, I'd have to look.
Single digits.
Podcast or total?
Total. I mean,
total, we've had quite a few.
Okay, above
a number, because 4 or 5 was our peak until we had the Pappy Van Winkle.
Right.
And then that was at a 4.8.
Right.
So that's, like I said, that's the highest we've ever had. I'll have to look into that and give you like an actual
but it's
number.
Not. But it's not many.
No, it's definitely the smaller number.
So like of the 4,600 that you've rated,
4,700.
700, excuse me. Yeah. So it's probably less than 1/10% of Ben.
Probably,
right.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, well,
so yeah, I mean, yeah. When you get up to that level, I think it really takes a special beer. And, again, Toby, you thought this was a special beer, and there's nothing wrong with that, because it is a very good beer.
Well, and my perspective on this, that I had the privilege to sit around the table with you guys and talk about some of these. And then as I've talked to other people that have listened to it, I was like, where do I start? What do I do? And I've kind of taken a different perspective on the ratings, because something like this, I think a lot of people are going to enjoy.
Yes.
For where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
Where I think your taste buds are looking for something different, and that's where your rating scale is at.
Right.
So that's one of the reasons I went where I did on this initial one, and
good point.
It'll be interesting to see where the others fall.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right, honestly, because like I said before, I don't get a lot of bourbon flavor, which is, I think that could scare a lot of people off.
Yeah, there's no burn in your throat or nothing.
Right. Jim, that's a good point, because we've had some that it's like, whoa, it's almost like drinking bourbon.
Yes.
Yeah, this is incredibly balanced, and then that's why I went with the rating I did, because I think if someone's listening, like, that bourbon barrel stuff, it scares me. Mm-hmm. This is a great one to start with and test your palate out.
And if you're not used to, because 11% is a pretty strong beer, but this doesn't have. Maybe if we had somebody that wasn't used to drinking a lot of craft beers, they'd think it was stronger. But like I said, I think it's really mellow.
Yeah,
for sure. If you didn't know it was 11%, I don't think you'd guess it was 11%. So.
Not at all.
All right, Jim, what do you got for us?
All right, so here's easy question number 2. Movie question.
Oh, perfect.
Movie question.
Related to winter?
Related to winter.
Okay.
Who plays Queen Latifah's love interest in the movie Last Holiday? You guys, you can talk?
We're thinking, Jim.
This doesn't jump
I had to
right
get
up.
the hamster back on the wheel on that one. Last Holiday. Can you give us a hint? Can you give us his initials? I gave you the initials of Jimmy Stewart that you failed
Can't
miserably.
give you the initials.
Why?
If I give you the initials, I'll give it away.
LL Cool J.
You got it.
Yeah!
Wow.
Nice job.
You're not that smart, are you, Jim?
Well,
I've never seen that movie, Toby. That was 100% guess.
That's a good
when he goes LLCJ.
Yeah, I couldn't give it away.
Wow.
All right.
That was a guess, Jim. I admit that 100%.
All right. Question number 2 regarding movies. Who voices Elsa in the movie Frozen? Another easy
Have you
one.
watched this, Toby? I've never watched Frozen.
You just said you watched it today.
No, I didn't. I've never seen Frozen. So I'm guessing it's a lady.
Correct. It is.
Now, is it somebody we're going to know, or is it somebody that...
Well, this is very famous.
Like some very obscure...
Oh, very famous person.
What about initials on this one?
Yep, I am.
I am.
Not like it's me.
That's not it?
No.
Jim! I am.
You got a guess?
Is it a famous person?
Yep.
Boy, Toby, I don't have any idea.
I have no idea.
Idina Menzel.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Who's that?
You know, that's Idema.
That
Wrong.
very famous person?
Yep.
Yeah, the very famous person that Jim's laughing because he sees the answer.
All right, so here, I'll give you the last easy movie question.
Okay.
You ask a question, I'll start looking at the next one.
Okay.
All right, here we go. In Home Alone,
Yep.
where does Kevin's family end up for the holidays? So remember,
At the very end, they end up back home.
Where does Kevin's family end before they
Before they come back.
Before they come home for the holidays?
Where were they going?
You guys talk together?
France sticks out in my head, but I don't know.
It could be.
They're getting on a plane.
They're going France or England or something.
Europe? Is Europe? I mean,
Would that
all of it.
Or would we have to be specific? How crazy are you going to be on the answer?
It's a city.
Oh, a city. Paris.
guessing
London,
Paris.
Paris. We'll go Paris.
You are correct.
Woohoo!
Yeah!
Way to go, Toby.
So Toby's got 2 right, and Mike has got none right.
Wait a minute. How's that?
All right, so
Special guest. Special guest. You know?
so what do we got up on tap next?
Well, boys, the next one we got is actually from 2019.
Ooh. All
So
right.
it's aged for a couple years, few years. Got a little something in the bottom. This is Dragon's Milk Reserve.
Yep.
And it is their bourbon barrel. It's bourbon barrel aged with peanut butter, cacao nibs, and natural flavors.
All right.
And this one's only 10%.
Should I read the bot?
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah, if you
it
got
says, this reserve is a rich and nutty take on our
Gosh, you see how he is?
legendary bourbon barrel aged stout.
Toby, do you happen to know anybody else that we could bring on the podcast as a co-host?
I know a few people that would.
Well, I could probably get BK. He'll be back, and
Waves of smooth,
the original Brian will be back too. So we could
flavors.
we could really get rid of Jim.
Wash over your taste buds to conjure the familiar taste of the peanut butter cups. Aged in select bourbon barrels for 3 months and finished with a massive amount of real peanut butter and cacao nibs.
Cacao.
Our latest reserve is an indulgent experience that is sure to satisfy your sweet tooth.
Okay.
And we gave it the IBV, right? The 10%.
10% ABV. Yep. And they don't say IBUs on these.
No, none of these for Dragon's Milk have
Yeah.
This isn't a trivia question, Jim or Mike, but do you guys know what type of bourbon barrels they use?
I don't know if they've ever said, have they?
They have not said.
Because I don't see it anywhere, so that's why I was wondering.
Yeah,
And it doesn't say anything on their website.
That's
either.
a very good question because I don't know. They've never, because a lot of other places will say this brand or this brand or whatever, but they've never.
Right.
But the thing that's kind of cool is when Jim and I were talking about doing these, it's kind of cool that they have their own website just for Dragon's Milk.
Yeah.
Besides the New Holland website. So it's like that. Everybody knows this is their line.
Yes.
This is the one. It's kind of like Goose Island with Bourbon County.
Right.
This is the big one.
They might call it Goose Island, but it's actually Bourbon County.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you can taste the peanut butter.
But I don't taste a lot of bourbon again.
No. That's kind of the one thing with Dragon's Milk that I think I've noticed before is the bourbon is kind of muted.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? The flavor, which is not a bad thing.
Right.
Huh. So, like I said, considering this is, 2019, so it's 4 years old, it still has a peanut flavor to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the Belching Beaver peanut.
No.
It's not.
No.
It's not in that.
I think for
realm.
peanut butter beers, that's one of the best ones. I think
Right.
is that the Belching Beaver one is really good.
And this one's, I mean, I think it's got the right amount of peanut butter. It's just not. It's not over the top.
It's not that. When Jim and I have talked before, peanut butter is weird because either a peanut butter beer has almost a grainy peanut butter flavor. You know what I mean? Kind of like the fake peanut butter thing, or over the top,
right?
Or there's just kind of a weird thing with peanut.
Because we
butter.
had one that had peanut flour.
Yes, that was weird. That was a weird flavor,
and it didn't have the same peanut flavor that you would expect from eating a peanut, like the actual nut itself.
Correct. Yeah,
it was a
weird,
little bit off.
I don't know if you've ever had one of those, Toby. I can't remember which one it was. We have to look back, Jim, but it had peanut flour, and it was just a weird thing to it. It was way different than your normal peanut butter.
I think the other category I might have to put these into is like the scary category because they do not taste strong. They don't taste double digit. So you could drink a couple of these and all of a sudden be like, whoa. Like this.
What happened?
Yeah. Because these are really, really good. Really smooth.
Yeah. And that's the thing with like the Central Water and Bourbon County, which I've got it in 2021, 2022, 2023. So that's coming this year too, Toby. Just to let you know.
That's good.
But I got the 2017, 2018, 2019.
Yeah. Oh, you've got the three. Yes. And yes. So we've got a number. But some of those, they do have a boozy flavor. You know what I mean? Where these don't.
No, these are.
That's the thing. I don't know how they do it, but it's kind of crazy.
Well, do you want to start us off here?
Sure. Like I said, the peanut butter flavor, it does add to it. It's not, to me, it's not like, oh my gosh, that tastes just like peanut butter. It has a kind of a hint to it.
Do you use the word peanut butter cups?
Yeah. I don't know if I'd say it was like quite like that. It is good. I do enjoy it, but I think I want a 3.8. Oh, geez. I'm going to put this at a 3.7 just because I think the peanut butter could be a little bit more pronounced or more of an actual peanut butter flavor.
Right.
That's my only knock.
Yeah,
that's good.
And I mean, I think when you're used to a peanut butter cup, the chocolate, the peanut butter flavor, I don't taste those as prominent. I think they're in there that mellow down the bourbon flavor. They cut it a little bit, but I would like Mike said, to have a little bit more of the chocolate peanut butter cup flavor. I mean, if that's what you're telling me is going to be in there, I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'm like, that's maybe what I want. So I'm going to have to knock it even lower. I want to go 3.6.
Okay.
Knock it down a little bit. Toby, what do you think?
Yeah, so, I started with their base model. I'm going to say that at a 4.2. And I was kind of hoping something like this would happen for me. Like, I try this, okay, it's peanut butter. You think, oh, another flavor going to be better. It really isn't. It's just very average. And when I compare it to their base or their just the Dragon's Milk itself, it's definitely lower. And I do think it's below the 4. I think this is like a 3.9.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, this is a 4-year-old.
Right, so it's been aged a little bit, but I mean, I don't.
So that could have messed with things too. But
so
if I remember, I think it was pretty close to how it tasted when we originally had it.
So I don't know if you have any connections with New Holland Brewing. If they want to send you,
I would. New Holland, if you're out there, we would gladly be on your pro staff. I think Toby would even be on your pro staff.
I would be
to help sample a few other ones.
And you could, we would give you our honest opinion on every Dragon's Milk you ever make.
We could even send them an early copy of the podcast.
Ooh. There you go. Yeah. That's it.
So, if that helps.
Yeah. We'll even send Toby out there to hand deliver it.
That's right. Whatever I can do to help.
There you go.
So, I think it's okay, but I think the questions are going to get better. So I think that's even going to be.
I almost think that the aroma was more peanut butter than the flavor.
Yes.
It's almost what to me, it kind of was.
All right, so we got another movie question for you about dealing with winter again.
Perfect.
We're still in the winter.
Yep.
We may not have a lot of snow around, but it's still that season.
Okay.
If that helps.
Yes.
All right. In Little Woman, what nickname does Joe give Lori?
Who Who's Joe and Lori?
They were characters in Little Woman, the movie.
And Little Women?
Yes.
Since you didn't say the name correctly, I think that's a strike against him.
Yeah. It's kind of misleading.
Yeah, we were thinking of a different one.
Well, I mean, we had it.
Now we have to totally change our thought.
Does it have anything to do with beer?
No.
Kind of.
I think he's lying to us. He's just...
No, it kind of does. Do we have a guess? Just throw a guess out there.
Pippy.
I'm going to say Hoppy.
Okay. You guys are both close.
So we're not even remotely
because
close.
your answers ended in the same letter.
Oh, why? So it's good.
Teddy. Like a hot teddy?
Huh?
What does that have to do
You
with
mean
beer?
Toddy or Teddy?
Yeah, there you go.
Which one?
Yeah, you're close.
No, which? What's the
Teddy.
answer? Teddy. Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy.
And a hot Teddy, you said. What is that?
You know, you put like the Linda's Bakery stuff in it.
Hot Toddy.
That's what I said. It's close.
Or Tom and Jerry, whichever you're talking.
Yeah, it's kind of close, right?
Oh, my God.
I mean, a better clue would have been B.J. McKay.
Right.
And his best friend.
A better idea would have been to not let Jim ask us questions.
Oh.
All right, here we go. Now you guys are down by one. Here we go. In the movie Ice Age.
Okay. I've seen that.
What is the name of the ground sloth?
Oh.
See, I give you these easy questions. I'm throwing up like the little
And it's
low pitched.
He's voiced by what's the guy's? You've seen the original John Wick, the guy that had the chop shop. That's who does the voice.
Okay.
What's his name? And
Throw a guess.
we don't have enough time to sit and ponder on the podcast.
Yeah,
Does it have anything to do with a Dragon's Milk Reserve?
What's it start? What letter does it start with?
I can't tell you that.
Yeah, you can.
Or S.
Scratch, screech, scratch. I don't know.
Does Toby have a guess?
No, I went to Snatch, and I don't think that's
Whoa!
So in this one, I can see you guys are both totally wrong.
Okay, what is it?
Sid.
Oh, that's it. Sid.
All right, so you got that one wrong.
All right, well, I need another beer. Oh,
All
wow,
right.
Toby, you got some... Why don't you go rinse your glass? You should go rinse your glass out, Toby. That's kind of
That looks like chocolate milk almost.
I don't know why you spit in your cup like that.
Looks like chocolate milk.
Hey, we're going to do another Dragon's Milk.
Oh,
Toby.
what do we got? Which one is it?
This is their coffee chocolate.
Well, that looks like a newer one too, right?
Yep, this is a new one.
All right.
11%
right.
ABV.
You want me to read on that one?
Yeah, if you would.
All right. Dragon's Milk Reserve is a treasure trove for the adventurous spirit. Each entry in the Reserve series is crafted to push the boundaries of our signature stout, which we tried first.
Yeah.
Okay. And epic journey awaits.
Oh, nice.
The adventure begins with a slumber in select bourbon barrels, imparting notes of vanilla and oak to this brew.
Nice.
Finally, kilned malts provide a robust base to which generous additions of real cacao and freshly ground coffee are added to complete the quest. Raise your glass. 11% ABV. Wow.
You can smell coffee.
They got a lot of words in there.
I can definitely smell coffee. It almost has a smell of almost like coffee grounds, though.
Man, somebody...
That's what they said.
This
almost ground coffee.
This might be an English teacher that writes these things up.
Boy, that's interesting. I don't know if I pick up a lot of chocolate though, but the coffee's not over the top.
No, I mean, it's like not, subtle.
It's subtle. But you can definitely get the coffee, but I don't know if I get a lot of chocolate flavor.
No.
But you still don't get bourbon or boozy flavor either.
No, it's
and so I think one of the things to note here is, and I'm glad that you read that, Jim, because that first beer we tried is their signature.
Yes,
that's the word. You're trying to go back to so their signature, and this one is to push the boundaries of our signature stout, and it really is very similar to that first one.
Right, you're spot on.
Yeah, but there's just a little bit more.
It's like
coffee to it.
Like double the amount almost of each coffee and chocolate. But
this one you can definitely taste the coffee. Where the original you really couldn't taste coffee hints to it.
But like my mouth seems like it's drier. Is that the coffee?
Oh.
I don't know on that.
You guys don't have a drier mouth from.
I would agree with you, Jim. I mean,
it's like my tongue is a little bit drier. And that's usually, for me, it's like a coffee. Too much.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
A different brand of coffee.
My tongue is.
Yeah,
that's
my tongue.
Feels like it.
So, I mean, that's, I guess, good. I mean, because it's telling you there's something there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not bad. It's just a different feel to it.
Yep.
I mean, I hope I explained that. I don't know if I'm...
No, I think you're spot on. And something else I want to point out, again, the consistency of these beers. It's still a very thin, for lack of... It's not thick by any means.
Right.
It doesn't cling to your glass at all or anything like that.
Even though you say drier, we're not talking like a champagne where it's dry like that.
Yeah, no.
But it definitely has a different effect on the tongue, or that flavor of what it causes.
But I think like what you were bringing up originally when you were talking about they started with their signature style and added more to it. Maybe it was a different type of coffee bean or something. I mean, we're just kind of talking amongst each other.
They put a lot more coffee into this one than the base one,
right? Because I mean, usually chocolate doesn't do that to your mouth.
No, and I don't get chocolate. No. I get coffee, but it's not. Again, it's not over the top.
So so they point out a slumber.
So they must barrel age it for 3 months or whatever.
Select bourbon barrels imparting notes of vanilla and oak. Mm-hmm. Is that what we're getting on the tongue?
Well, we'll find out in one of these other ones down here. We have the oak right here, so we're still coming. But
so I hope I'm not kicked off the podcast for seeing this. So
it only takes 2 votes now to kick you off.
So we recently did stop by a distillery where they're aging their spirits in oak barrels.
Yes.
And in my opinion, I'm not saying it's good or bad, there was a distinct oak flavor that came out in their spirits.
Well, and it's kind of a weird flavor to me. Right. But
so there's talking like some of the... I'm glad... the reason why I bring it up is I'm glad that this does not have that oak flavor.
Right.
Because that was just like almost hard to drink.
What's funny is like those there, I'm sure they're using brand new oak barrel. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where I wish we knew, like, Toby, that question you brought up, what company are they getting their barrels from? Because they're using ones that have been used.
Yes.
Well, they have to be if they made bourbon.
Right.
But it's, I think that is putting more flavor into the beer than what a lot of people realize.
Yes.
But
I don't know if that is here nor there, but I bring it up because we've tried some of the spirits straight from the barrel and it has a really...
and so people...
Very dominant.
Yeah. Yes. So people know, I mean, the place that we were at it's a newer place. It's only been around for...
less than 5 years, right?
Yeah. Say 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So they're just starting out.
They're just starting out and they are aging things, but it's going to take a while, because some of... Like I said, I'm a rum guy, and they had rum there. And right now, I'm not a big fan of theirs. But when you look at like the rums that I have, some of the top ones, they've aged for 25 years. So I mean, it's going to take a while,
right?
So in a few years, it'll be nice to see how they've progressed.
Well, and like we talked about, like Jack Daniel's, they char the inside of their barrel, so it gives gives a different flavor. So if you just have fresh oak and you're putting a spirit into it.
Right.
It's going to suck that flavor, that oak flavor right out, which, I mean, it's so some people might think that's like the best flavor. I'm probably on the side I lean where I'm not as much of an oak kind of flavor guy. I don't know. That's just my taste buds too. Yep. Toby, what did you think on that?
And I guess that was my wonder, is like that oak, give it just a little bit different because I know they say a slumber. Yeah. No idea what that means.
I think it's just
how does
that it's barreled for 3 months is what I'm guessing.
What slumber means. So I mean
it's sleepy.
Yeah,
it hibernates for 3 months.
And I do think one of the cool things about the whole dragon's milk and the variations that they do have is, then they say it right here with this chocolate coffee one, it's our quest. I mean, this is a journey that they're taking and they're looking at things and they're not just throwing some ingredients together to see what happens. They've got some things figured out and I think they're doing a good job with it. So,
right. I mean, and so I don't know if this makes any difference or not, but the way that some of the stuff I was pulling off the internet, they don't even they only put the current year's stuff on the internet. So the previous years is not even talked about, not even mentioned. So, but I think that they use that as their baseline. Yep. So maybe this year or next year, they're going to do those first couple and tweak it a little bit.
Yeah. It could be, yeah.
I mean, I would think is as good as what their product is, they're probably like doing the one little 10,
right.
Yep.
Measurement just to tweak it in a little bit more.
And then you look at each year they have different variants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're
Yes.
So I think they start with this one, their baseline, or
their signature.
And then we haven't done this. Let's try this. So I give them credit for that. So.
Well, and then another thing, I don't know if this ties in or doesn't tie in, but Dragon's Milk does not do a once a year release.
No,
when they get a beer ready, they release it, and I think
a lot of times they'll do if they do a Brewer's Reserve, it'll be 4 times a year.
So this one was released January 2023.
Yep.
Did we try? So this is our second reserve one. So our next one will be October 2023.
Right.
So I think. For me, I like it better when they release them throughout the year rather than trying to give me all at once.
Well, that goes back to what we talked about before, that we heard about Goose Island, that they're going to be doing similar to what Dragon's Milk's doing, to release them throughout the year instead of all.
And I think for me, I like that because then you're going to get, you can try it when it's ready. Because, if like Bourbon County, they probably they bottle it and then they're waiting.
Right.
So it's sitting in their warehouse waiting to be shipped rather than fresh bottled. Boom, let's get it out to the customer. I don't know. I could be wrong, but
Jim, what do you think of the coffee chocolate?
Well, I like it. It's not a bad beer. I'm trying to come up with an answer based on the base because I think it's a little bit more than the base. So I think I'm going to go with 3.8, just a touch above what the base model was. The only thing and it's not a negative, but the only thing that's different for me between this and the base is that dryness on my tongue. That's the only thing I see is different.
Sure.
Okay, Toby?
So, I'll go back to the signature one. I went for too because it's good. Is this any better? I don't think it is. And so, I look at this and go, okay, they tried to bring out a little bit more flavor, but it doesn't jump out at me any more than their original does. So I'm going to go 4.0 on this one.
All right, good score.
I say my only knock on this one is I don't taste chocolate at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go 3.9. Like I said, I think it's just slightly above the base.
Okay,
but I think the coffee is done well. I think I can taste it's not overpowering, but it is a little bit. The way you said makes your tongue dry or whatever. I do get that. I think if we could taste the chocolate, it would have been might have been in the 4 range, but nice. I think, I'm going to go 3.9.
Nice.
Mike, why don't you work on the next one? Why Jim is itching to ask us another.
Did you notice? Yeah, he grabs it. He's
he's got the answers.
Well, it's easy for him because he's got the answers in front of him. So of course.
So this is probably the easiest question of the night.
So we've heard this every night. Every question we hear this.
Easiest question.
All right.
So don't blurt out the answer.
Okay.
Fill in the blank. Blank is a sport in which players stones, not these stones.
Oh, I know.
On a sheet of ice towards a target area. So don't blurt it out.
I would like to bet 5 million points.
So I told you this was an easy one, right? See,
yep.
You guys didn't believe me.
Do we need to confer, or do you know the answer?
I'm confident in you, Mike.
You can let me just.
I will let you take.
Can I answer now?
Because if you're wrong,
you're gonna punch me.
No, I'll make fun of you though.
Oh, okay, good. I would like to guess what is curling.
You are correct. No, it's only up fill in the blank.
Oh, curling.
Yes. So you are correct.
I'm glad you're wrong. It's not what is curling.
See, so I said I'd give you guys easy ones.
I appreciate that.
All right, so next one.
That was worth 10, you said.
That was worth 10 points. I bet 5,000 points.
Yes.
Why didn't we only gave us one?
We're not even positive.
We should be plus 4,998.
I'm always positive. All right, here we go.
We must be drunk because I thought he said that he was always positive. That's not the Jim we know.
Hear that.
yeah, that's right. What hockey team has the most Stanley Cups?
Oh boy.
Easy one. I watch hockey all the time. This is simple.
When's the last time you watch hockey?
They got banners on ESPN.
When is the last time?
No, all those banners that hang down.
he's probably never watched a hockey game.
All the banners.
Did you know hockey was one of the 4 big sports?
Yeah.
You did not.
Well,
it's somebody. I'm sure it's somebody in Canada. It could be Montreal. It could be. I don't think it's Edmonton.
It's not the Blackhawks.
No. I don't think so. Can we ask a quick? Is it United States or is it Canada?
The Maple Leaf people.
Canada.
Okay, so we were. That's Toronto, but It's not them.
It's not them.
No.
So your answer is, since we don't want to waste
I'm
everybody's...
going to go...
What did you ask Toby?
To Montreal.
Sure.
We're going Montreal.
You are correct.
Yes!
See,
Come on, Mike.
I give you guys such easy
Jim,
questions.
Eat that.
Yeah, I give you guys easy questions.
I'm so happy we're going to have another beer.
All right, well, see, that's what I do.
And guess what? We're going to do a dragon's milk.
That's good. I mean, I came here for the beer. I didn't come here for the
Are you ready for this?
What do we have? What is
this? Is the oatmeal cookie.
Ooh.
I like cookies.
What does this one say, Jim?
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Dragon's Milk Reserve is a treasure trove for the adventurous spirit.
Okay.
Oh, that's the same. They had this for the same.
So it's the
paragraph.
exact same thing?
Same exact paragraph.
Well,
lead-in paragraph. So the second paragraph.
Okay, yep. Skip to the second one.
All right, so... And an epic journey awaits. ...
Yep.
The adventure begins with a slumber
That's the same thing. 3
in
months.
select bourbon barrels, imparting notes of vanilla oak to the brew.
Skip it.
Real
Next one.
oats,
Here we go.
raisins,
Ooh.
cinnamon, brown sugar,
Okay.
and pure vanilla extract are added to create a creamy experience reminiscent of a freshly baked cookie that completes the quest. Raise a glass in victory, 11%
So-
ABV.
Not to cut you off, Jim. Remember when we had the couple episodes ago when we had that the Sam's whatever the Christmas cookie one?
Yes.
I got yelled at by my wife Susie because I didn't know what that cookie was. And
See?
she goes, how could you not know? And it's like the ones that are like kind of got that little kind of a star shape. They're kind of, and I can't remember what the name of it was. She goes, how could you not know what that is? And I'm like,
See?
I had no idea what that was.
And you thought it was only me that yells at you.
Yeah.
Oh, see, snap. Take a back seat there, buddy.
Oh, I get the cinnamon for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
They kind of like you can feel it on your lips. The cinnamon on your lips like
Boy,
right away.
I'm just reading the what you had found on there. Just I don't know if I get like oatmeal, but boy, I get the cinnamon.
When they talk about oats, raisins, cinnamon, brown sugar, vanilla,
It-
I don't get all they must like kind of counteract some of each other.
It
There.
does say pure vanilla. Vanilla extract and pure vanilla
Are
very
two different
flavors.
things. Yes. Yeah.
So I think there's
I do get a hint of a vanilla.
yes in the pure form of vanilla.
Like a faint.
I'm trying to see that raisin possibly.
Yeah, the finish could be.
I think
that
I get-
raisin.
yeah.
It's kind of the sweetest.
Yeah, I don't get oats, but I get the cinnamon. I get the finish. It's at the end of the finish is a raisin, I think.
Yeah.
And then the vanilla, the pure vanilla, is that middle.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
it hits almost all of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a bite from
No.
the bourbon,
No.
but it definitely has a boom. Here's a flavor. As soon as it,
And it like lingers.
yeah.
It's on like your lips, your tongue. It's like there. It's like,
Yeah.
but it's not a bad finish.
No.
It's like letting you know, hey, I'm still here. I'm not leaving you. I'm still sitting in here.
Yeah,
It's
Boy, I tell you,
good.
all of these are scary beers. Honestly,
Remember I talked about you could drink a full bottle and then I'll just be like,
hey,
whoa.
whoa, I got to sit down for a minute, kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, I do have a story about that.
Oh, uh-oh. Does it involve Toby or myself? Okay, good. Yeah, we want to hear it now.
But it wasn't. I was.
Is this one of your finer moments?
Yeah. So
Nice. I want to hear it. Wait, I got to record this.
so I was on some leave in the Philippines, and I was drinking what I thought was sangria. Apparently, it wasn't because I had one pitcher. Then I went to go to the bathroom, and I fell right on the floor. There was no legs at all. I was like, it was just like
A pitcher, like a
But-
big
yeah,
pitcher.
a pitcher.
a big pitcher.
Usually a pitcher you get to share with others.
Yeah, I was the only one there. So
Oh,
it was a
well.
hot day, and
You just got done mowing.
And it was just like, no, I was not mowing. I was on the, so I was like, sit up my chair, go to walk. And there was like, no, it was just like an octopus. I was just laying on the floor. I'm like, what the heck happened? So it was not quite like that. So
What was it?
no, it was sangria. But
It
it
was
was like,
hopped up.
it was, they
Hopped
must
up.
have put a little bit more of the liquor in there than,
Huh.
Did I miss how this relates?
Yeah.
there was something, we were just talking about that.
Good story.
Yeah.
No, about 11%, like drinking all these,
Oh,
drinking a full
yeah.
bottle. Remember?
Okay.
I'm trying to
All
help
right.
you guys out. Come on.
I was gonna say don't. Yeah, he's hammered. He don't know what he's talking about now.
See, I was trying
He's starting off the new year right. See,
to like relate some real stories.
some real knowledge, life experiences to us.
Remember, you guys are very young compared to me, so
That is true.
Another year. Jim's a little bit older. Sorry,
I'm always
folks.
collecting Social Security.
Oh, great! We get to pay another way for him.
Wow. Well, since you like Mr. Spunky over there, what's What's your score?
I think this is pretty decent.
All right. Well, what do you put your money where your mouth is?
I'm going to go 4.0. Honestly, I think I like this of the four. Myself, I think right now this is the best of the four. I really enjoy the cinnamon. I enjoy that little bit of a raisin and
the vanilla.
Yes, the real vanilla. I really like it. Just like any of them, would I drink multiple bottles of it? Probably not, because it's a higher alcohol. It'll get you. But I think flavor-wise, I like it. I'm going to 4.
Toby, I'm going to jump to you because I want to save my...
Okay. So, I definitely agree with you, Mike. There's that cinnamon flavor to it. Sometimes I like cinnamon in beers, and it fits. For me, this just isn't doing anything better than, again, their signature baseline. So I'm going to rate it like I rated the last one. I'm going to go 4.0 on this one.
Sounds good. I mean, so I think the hard part for me, it doesn't, because when we're talking, you were just bringing up the cookie one that we had a couple episodes ago. Right. The Christmas cookie one.
Yeah.
And it had a good combination of flavors.
Yep.
This one, I like what they wanted to put in the beer, but I have difficulty trying to taste each one of those. Mm-hmm. So I think for me, I like what they wanted to do. I don't know if it came through completely in the beer. So I don't think I can get it above the 4.0 range because I am very intrigued by those flavors and I would like to try a beer that had those. So I'm going to go, I do think it is the best one we've had so far today. I'm going to go with 3.9.
Okay. Best one today.
Best one today, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like I said, it's pretty nice, or kind of cool how just to taste the different the different things they've tried, and like I said, we've got 5 more to go yet, and then we have enough for another episode that we'll do in another time. But just the fact that they try all these different things, they always do the original, and then they do different variations on it every year. I think it's really cool. They're experimenting, but I think they know that they have a good product to start with, so let's tweak it, try different flavors, and get more people in. Oh, I like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, because without trying, without experimenting, you're never going to know what you can do.
Yep.
You can always make things better. You're never going to be perfect, but I think by just trying something different, they're really out there setting the standard.
Yeah, and I think that relates to the consumer as well. I mean, a lot of people are like, I don't know where to start. Like, what do I try? What do I do? And that's why, again, I rated the signature one as high as I did because I want people to get into it and try it. And then beyond that, you can compare.
Yep.
And people just sometimes don't know. So you got to try somewhere and then experiment with what you like and what you don't like because everybody has their preferences.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Spot on.
All right, Jim, bring it.
All right. This is another easy question.
Okay.
I can't even believe I'm telling you this asking you this because it's so easy. Skiing is the most popular winter sport in the U.S. Just in case you didn't know.
Okay.
Is that a question?
Nope. That's a fact.
Statement of fact. Okay.
Which U.S. state? And I'm even going to give you 3 choices.
Okay.
Is the home to the largest number of ski resorts. So when I'm saying largest number, it's more than 50 in one of these 3 states.
You're going to say 3
I'm going to give you 3 states.
Or we got 3 guesses?
Nope, I'm going to give you 3 states. You tell me which one.
Okay.
All right.
Michigan, New York, Wisconsin.
Wow. My guess was not going to be any of those. Dude.
This is so simple. I can't even believe it.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to something.
Okay.
On the Olympic question, we thought of other countries and ended up being the United States.
Yes.
Jim,
I think
Hart is a U.S. Wisconsinite.
See, I'm trying to think if he's trying to throw us off, but then he knows that we know that he thinks that way, but I don't know if he's that smart. Throw it out there.
Michigan, Wisconsin, what was it?
New York.
So my only logic here is because of the population in New York.
No.
Would they have more? And do they get more snow? I mean, it doesn't stick around very long there, but
you say the answer.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with Michigan.
Michigan, Mike, is that your?
Would you disagree, Mike?
I'll go. Yep, you made the question. You made the answer. Go for it. Michigan.
So close. I mean, you guys were like
Wisconsin.
Right. Wisconsin is what you see.
New York.
Oh, I hate it when he does that.
Man, you guys were like
I'm so
right
mad
there.
now.
But I think there's a lot of people out there that do that. And shoot.
All right.
Thanks, Jim.
Yep. All right, here we go.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Jim. I'm gonna drink another beer.
Fill in the blank.
Oh, you got more questions. Great. Dang it. Okay.
Fill in the blank.
All right.
Blank is a sport similar to ice hockey, played with a ball instead of a puck.
I just called it floor hockey. So it was called in PE when I did it.
But you didn't play it on ice, though.
Oh, it played on
It
ice.
is not floor hockey.
See, that's what I don't know.
Similar to ice hockey.
Played with a round ball instead of a puck on ice. Is it played here in the States?
Yes. It's like played right out here. They play it right now.
Who does?
The kids, they're out there on the ice right now.
Broom ball. Broom ball.
I'll go with that.
Again, you guys were like right on the tip. Right on the tip. Just bandy.
Oh, that was my second guess.
Brandy?
No R.
Oh, I like brandy.
Randy? Oh, no. He said no R, not B.
I've never heard of that, Jim.
Nope.
I've never heard of that. They play it right down here all the time.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
All right.
North, south, east?
Kind of south.
All right, boys.
All right, what do we got?
Dragon's milk.
A dragon's milk. Surprise
milk.
us.
This one, 11%.
All right.
Okay.
Dragon's milk reserve.
Yep.
I like the color of this label.
Raspberry hibiscus.
I'm excited about this one.
Bourbon barrel aged stout with natural flavors. Did you find more?
No, this, you see that it's really
11%. Our signature bourbon barrel aged stout paired with a refreshing blend of raspberry and hibiscus, lending fruity tartness that enhances the underlying flavors of bourbon, vanilla, and roasted malt character.
But I'm really interested in this one because there's one word that you said in there. It starts with a T that Jim loves.
Nah.
Kind of related
It didn't
towards
say
like sours.
It didn't say sour.
Didn't say that, but it did say tartness.
Yeah. So
Jim was tardy at school a lot.
Oh.
You're a tard.
Wow. He just come off the top rope, didn't he?
That
was
rude.
And that was even politically correct.
Thank you.
That was even politically correct.
Why does Jim have to be like that?
I try to do my best.
Fantastic aroma.
Let me smell now. Oh wow. Oh boy. There are some berries in there.
So
oh boy, you can smell raspberry big time.
You can smell a raspberry.
Definitely the 4 we've tried.
Yep.
That's the 5th
This
one.
one
has the most aroma.
This is the 5th one, but by far very, very different from the previous.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
You would not confuse this with any of the other ones.
The aroma on this is
wow, that you get raspberry, boy. Wow.
Yes, you do.
What does a hibiscus taste like?
I don't know.
Is it related to heather?
It could be. It could.
We never did figure out what heather tastes like.
And we will never find out because they closed down. That brewery did.
Oh, I was talking about the lady.
No, right. But remember where that beer was at, they closed down because they kept questioning the beer. And they also had the squash beer.
Ooh, squash beer.
No, I had other visions in my head than that.
I know, but this is a PG movie podcast, so we're not going there, Jim.
Oh, all right. Well,
boy,
sorry.
this one gives you
raspberry. Flavor.
This is all about raspberry.
Yeah, that's what I was asking you about heather because I don't know what hibiscus tastes like. I don't know if it's in here.
I don't know.
How do I tell?
It'd be interesting if somebody makes a beer that just has like hibiscus in it, just so we knew what it was supposed to taste like. How
about if we planted it, someone tasted it?
Okay. We probably know people that have hibiscus planted somewhere and you can just try it. But like I said, I think it's dominated by the raspberry.
Oh, there's no,
easily.
I mean,
it's
the aroma, the flavor.
It's almost to the point of being too much raspberry.
You got, all three. The aroma, the taste, and the finish are all raspberry.
Yeah, and I'm not a gardener. Hibiscus.
You're not going to profess to be one?
No, never. I just know that a hibiscus plant is one that's pretty hardy and survives things. And so I'm trying to figure out the connection of how you put this in a beer. Like this is kind of almost left field for what we've experienced
it really is.
so far.
I mean, the raspberry, I could see the raspberry, but how do you pair raspberry with hibiscus? You know what I mean? It just seems a weird combination to me.
Well, but they didn't use coriander either, right?
No.
Your brother-in-law would have a fit, right? Yeah, this is, I don't know if you guys have the same thing. But my stomach is actually feeling something from this now. It's like starting to grumble. I'm like, I don't know.
You need to man up and drink, Jim. But
no, I'll finish it, but I'm like, this is like got a weird, the whole thing is a little different.
I will admit, and I'll go first on my rating here. It's not what I expected. I've been super excited for this because I do like that.
So it was a letdown.
It was very much a letdown. And out of the ones we've tried so far, I think I'm like a 3.7 on this one.
You know what's weird, and I don't know if this helps or not, but we've had some beers. I can't remember the exact name, and I wish I had a photographic memory. But we've had some where we had the berry and the chocolate, and were really smooth.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
The chocolate kind of
the chocolate was. Yep. And I don't know if that would have helped rather than hibiscus.
It wouldn't have hurt by
we've definitely had a raspberry.
We've had like chocolate covered raspberry.
Yes, that was really
fantastic, great balance.
Yep.
And so that's the hard part for me on this one too. And I don't know what you're thinking, Mike, in your score, but I'm like, because God, it hurts me sometimes to have to score some of these because I'm looking forward to such, because it's straight up front. These are not bad beers at all.
Oh no,
these are not
right.
And I think what we're almost doing is splitting a hair multiple different ways.
Yes,
and I don't want this is Dragon's Milk to think that these are bad beers.
No,
we're just like trying to like let the listener know.
See this.
I don't know, Mike. Am I right on?
You're 100% because this is one of the most direct comparisons we've had, honestly, because it's all the same. It's
all the same brewery.
Yeah. But keep going, Jim, because I'm in agreement with you.
So that's where I'm struggling. Not to say that I can't come up with a score, but I'm struggling to say we had other ones that have been in the same range and have been really good, because everything we're trying now is double digits. We've not had any podcast where every beer has been a double digit.
Yeah, we have. Central Waters.
But I think the last one wasn't. Remember, we added the extra one.
Oh, yes. That was like 9 points.
Right. So
this much under,
So here we've got one brewery, all the same.
We've never had this many.
Right.
Yes.
So, gosh, I guess my challenge that I'm trying to overcome is the like right now I haven't had a drink in a minute or so, and I still taste the raspberry in my mouth. So the finish raspberry stays with you a long time. Is that a bad thing? It's the individual liking, but I think we've had several other beers where that flavor goes away right away. So with that, I think I'm gonna have to double up 3-6. I didn't want to do this. I was hoping I could keep my numbers separate, but I think I'm gonna go back to 3-6, double down on that. Mike, I'm gonna throw it to you. I don't know. It's a hard one.
My thing is this: I think they put too much raspberry.
You're right,
and like I said, like you said, I don't know what hibiscus is supposed to taste like. Raspberry, to me, kind of overpowers it.
Yes.
I'm going to 3.5.
Oh,
because I think of all of the ones we've had, this one is the most kind of, I don't know, it's just like an outlier. It's like, and I appreciate the fact that they did it, but I think they could have tamed down the raspberry a little bit, and still, I think if they tamed it down a little bit, it would have been even better.
Yes.
But I think right now I'm a 3.5.
So one thing I want to bring up here, we pointed out on the peanut butter one, because that was from 2019. This is as well. So,
that's a 2019.
This is 2019. So I'm wondering if
they have not come back out with this,
or the berries have like matured in flavor.
If it's aged that long, it's changed.
But so I mean, you go back in time.
Yep.
They've started to do things, and
I do know, because I had to buy like a 4-pack of it, and I had it in 2019, and it was even stronger raspberry flavor.
So it has mellowed a little bit.
Correct. So yeah.
But I do think their signatures. Signature.
Yep.
And so they try these things, and if we haven't seen it since 19,
maybe it's being aged.
They understand.
They might have went
right that it wasn't one of their better products, but they were trying.
Yep.
Right.
So
that's why I give them credit for going out there on a limb, so to speak. And
well, you know what, that brings up a good point about the trivia question about food now.
Oh boy, food. We know food.
Winter food.
Okay. Yes, winter food.
Winter food. Okay.
All right, so that should be
chili.
So no, it's cold outside.
Don't answer yet.
It's cold outside.
Question first.
Okay.
All right. That's cool. Where does fondue originate from?
Sweden.
Don't blurt out your answer. Talk amongst each other and come up with a good response, because the one that was blurted out was incorrect.
What?
So you should talk amongst each other.
First off, then I'm mad because the movie Semi-Pro lied to me then.
So maybe you should talk amongst each other.
I'm so mad. Because if you've seen Semi-Pro, they have fondue, and they say, "Oh, that's fondue." Yeah, and they say about the Swedish people. And they go, "Oh, the Swedes, yeah, they are very, very come up with new stuff." And then they say, "Yeah, they come up with really good."
So this was a movie. This was a movie.
Huh?
It's a movie?
No, what he bases his response on is a movie that has no factual basis.
How do you know that?
Because I got the answer.
Oh. Well, Toby, then I'm out of luck, so you have to.
I would have went to Finland.
Melty cheese.
Yeah. So that should
be Wisconsin, but
it should tell you exactly what it is then.
Can I have your phone and I'll ask you then and Toby the next question?
Gives it away.
Is it the United States? You wouldn't think so, right?
Shout her out there.
Right. United States.
You're so close.
Australia,
Switzerland. See how you guys.
Oh, dude, I totally messed it up.
Yeah.
Because in the movie they did say the Swiss.
No kidding. See,
you haven't even watched.
I even gave
movie.
you.
You haven't even watched that movie.
Did I give you a second chance? I didn't have to.
You did.
Give us another one.
All right.
I am so.
All right. Here we go. Deep fried
cheese curds.
So I don't. You guys tell me how this is pronounced. Latkes. Is it Lakes? Latkes. Is it Lakes?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you have another question?
Nope. Are typically eaten around which Jewish holiday?
Winter. Yeah, sure. Throw it out there.
Perfect. Correct. See you.
Way to go, Toby.
You guys know what you're doing. All right.
Good job.
You want to do another one, or you want to go beer?
I'm thirsty.
All right, we're going Dragon's Milk.
Really? That's surprising.
Dragon's Milk Reserve.
Nice.
And this is salted caramel.
This next wait, I just followed you. I gotta say this.
All right, we're gonna pause so Jim can throw another. Let me try and get these guys to get another one wrong.
Because this kind of reminds me of football. We're in the football playoff season, so this one kind of falls right in line with it.
All right.
Okay.
Which U.S. state popularized turducken, the three-bird roast hybrid?
What state popularized it?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
See, I give you these easy ones. You're throwing up a little softball.
Like you knew the question.
Yeah. No, I knew the answer.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
You got this is simple stuff here. Come on, guys.
The NFL did this.
Well,
I know.
John Madden. Only way I know about it is John Madden.
Tied it all together because remember he had to drive everywhere.
New York,
yeah.
Oh, you're so close. It's Alaska.
So, what's your answer?
New York.
Toby?
New York. Yep. That.
Again, you're close. It's Louisiana.
What?
Yeah. So you guys are wrong.
Okay, good.
All right. Do you have an explanation?
No, he doesn't know. He has the answers all. So that's how Jim's mind works.
So you guys are ducking. I can't believe you guys missed that one. Wow.
All right, this is.
You didn't say anything about Duck Dynasty.
This is
street. You guys' street cred is dropping.
This is salted caramel.
Ooh. All right.
Let's see. This was the final reserve of 2021. So this is 2-year-old bottle.
Oh, yep. Okay.
Is an ode to one of our favorite what? Man, this bottle, right. Jim, because it's small letters in the. All right. All right. Wait. Maybe Toby's eyes are better.
All right. An ode.
Yep.
What's an ode?
ODE.
Yep.
It's like a tribute. There you go. Perfect.
All right. Is a tribute to one of our favorite releases.
Yep.
Our latest legend is aged for 3 months in select bourbon barrels, layered with sweet like Jim and salty and sour like Mike.
Wow.
Caramel flavors. Said I left Toby out because he's a nice guy. The result is a truly indulgent brew, best described as a dessert in a glass. All right, so
I definitely get a salty flavor to it. I get a salt thing.
I can taste some.
Don't you taste like salt?
That's like the initial flavor, the salt.
I taste a salt to it. I'm not sure if I get a caramel.
I think from my experience, and I'm not as well versed as Mike, but the caramel always never really seems to stand out. I mean, I don't know. Well, we've never really had one that's been like a caramel.
Right. I think all caramel really does is give it just
a hint of sweetness. And that's there.
Kind of dampens any strong flavor that might be out there. Did we say what the ABV was on that one?
That is...
Is that 11%?
11%.
Okay.
They've all been 11 except for one so far. And then there's another one that's 12.3. So it's coming up yet. It's salty.
I mean, so let me ask you this, Mike. So, when my dad was growing up, or when I was growing up, watching my dad drink in a bar, he'd always put a little salt in his beer.
I've seen that, yes.
Is this the kind of same salty that you're talking about, or how do you explain your saltiness?
I don't. Have you tried
Toby, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
So, would you explain it differently or the same?
I'd say differently. I think a lot of times the reason that salt is put into beer is to take the head down.
Okay.
So that's one of those things where I don't think people added it for a flavor as much as they did the effect it had
on their beer.
And I think back in the day, did more people get tap beer?
Yes.
And so the tap might have been poured. And there's a lot.
Maybe 3 or 4 tappers for a buck.
Right.
There was some kind of special going on.
And there's a lot that goes into taps.
Right.
So you can talk about anywhere from the cleanliness of the glass to how much head you're going to get on that beer,
right?
To the angle that it's poured at, how quickly the bartender pours it.
So then what you're saying is this salt flavor is much different than an old tap glass.
Yes. Yep.
So do you think
truly infused in the beer, I think the intent is very different than what that used to be.
Right. I totally agree. So what I think is, I guess I know that you're trying to come up with a different flavor, but I don't know, is salted caramel the flavor I would have came up with?
No,
I'm struggling with, is that your best flavor?
So a lot of dark chocolate.
Yep.
The salted caramel.
Oh, like the sea salt type thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can buy that as a candy, and the flavors go really well together.
Yes.
So I wonder if they looked at that thinking, hey, again, their signature based off of some chocolate.
Right.
And coffee tones with this salted caramel.
Mix right with it.
Be very good with it.
Are you thinking of the same thing I was thinking or not? Am I way off base?
No, I think we are, and like going back to that raspberry, I was super excited for that raspberry, and I was excited for this one too because I do like salted caramel as that flavor.
Yes.
But it just doesn't have a good dynamic.
I get way more salt.
Yeah.
Flavor, and I'm not a huge salt flavor. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Not when it comes to beer.
No, exactly.
Do you remember? Fries, I like salt.
Yes. There you go. Yeah. I remember when one of the big beer brands had like a salted something. I can't remember what it was. And you taste it. It was like super salty to where you got thirstier. And it was like, why would you do that? And this is not like that.
Well,
but you definitely get a salt.
Because, sometimes salt is added like in popcorn or whatever to make you want to drink more.
Yeah.
So is that
on a bar? Yeah,
right?
peanuts.
So is that the premise to put salt in your beer so you drink more beer?
That's a good question, Jim. My opinion, on an 11% beer, I don't think that was the goal. My opinion.
Right. So I just rhetorically,
yes,
because I'm trying to come up with a good.
If they could have jacked up the caramel and toned down the salt,
right? I mean, because that's it's not a frustrating point for us, but I think we don't have access to talk to the brewer,
right?
The company. We're making our own opinions. We are trying to dissect. I was just watching a show on TV where they got spectrum analyzers that can dissect molecules out of what was put into something, and they can tell exactly how they made it. It's just us three guys talking.
I'm thinking though, and I might be speaking out of turn, but I think I speak for Toby. Jim, if you want to buy a spectrum analyzer thing, we would let you do that.
Absolutely.
To put beers in to see what that should be. Yeah.
So you'd let me do that?
We would let you buy that for us to have in the podcast.
So if you guys give me your money, I will go buy it. I will look on Amazon. Amazon's my friend.
That's not what we were talking about. You need to pay for it.
Oh, you didn't say that part of it. All right. Well, Toby, give us your best shot at this one. We're going to put you on the spot.
Yeah, that's fine. And so the result is a truly indulgent brew, best described as dessert in a glass. And
you can only go by what they say, right?
Right. I mean, and I'm trying to. And again, I'm going back to their signature, their base model, what they're basing everything off of. And this isn't better than that.
Okay.
I was hoping the flavor would take it above it. It doesn't. I don't think it's as rough as the raspberry was, and I was disappointed by that one. Very similar to the peanut butter one, so I think I've got to go about a 3.9.
All right.
Again, same score for something. You don't like to do that, but
and the only reason why I say that so it's everybody's opinion. But when we talk about the summary, it makes it a little easier for us to differentiate. All right, was this one good? That's the only reason why I say that. So nothing. Your score is good, Mike.
Wait a minute, Mike. Is he implying that I should have emotion if he doesn't like my answer?
Well,
I can kick you in the knee. Would I give you emotion?
Well, that's just being mean. I mean,
no, that's part of motion.
I thought one of Jim's New Year's resolutions was he going to be a friendlier, more compassionate.
Watch this. Mike, watch this.
See, yeah,
see.
All right. To my score, I think they had way too much salt.
Yeah,
salt overpowered to me. It overpowered it compared to the raspberry, which I'm on either side of it. I think I'm gonna go with 3.6, like a tenth above the raspberry.
Slightly above.
It's just slightly above, but I think they had too much salt, and it just, to me, I wish they'd had more caramel, more of a sweetness and a little bit less salty. And it's just, I don't know. It's just when you drink something and it makes you thirstier, it's kind of like, what? You know what I mean? It's not a bad beer at all, but I just think that salt was just too overpowering.
Yep.
My opinion.
Agree. So I would say, and I'm basing what my comments are based on what they tell us. So if they're telling me this is a dessert.
Most desserts aren't salty.
I don't usually have a dessert that's salty that makes me want to drink a beer. So I mean, I could be totally wrong. I could be way
How
up
about
base.
how about a salty beer that makes you want to eat a dessert?
Oh, that I could. If you told me that, I would believe that. I would be right in there. Now, if they would, I think what you said. If they would have said that this is caramel that's salty, the caramel flavor would make me think it's a dessert. So I'm not knocking that it's not a bad beer. I'm just trying to, like, in my mind, try to figure out, all right, you're saying it's a dessert. It seems like it's salt added to a meal. It doesn't add up. So I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's difficult for me to understand. So I'm just going to go a 3.5. Probably this is probably my lowest one today. Unfortunately, like I wish I could give it more. I want to give it more. I just don't. The saltiness is just overpowering me.
And and if we compared like that or the hibiscus beer to other beers, not Dragon's Milk, but other beers, they'd probably rate it really high.
Yep,
but
absolutely.
but this is, like I said, this is our most direct comparison because it's all all the same beer, but different variation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So when we're rating these, it's all compared to itself.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think that that's important to understand when you look at beers and you think of a bourbon aged barrel beer.
Mm-hmm.
If they've got something that they've figured out is good, which they have, people are going to like that for what it is, and then you can reach others through some of these other flavors, and it really truly does come down to preference. Do you like that flavor? Do you not? Because there might be other people that try that salt and caramel, but that's amazing.
Right.
Exactly.
Right, and I think that's what's good about what we're saying is there's salt. So if you like that flavor, this is what you're going to like. This beer.
If you're a huge salted caramel fan,
they're right in your wheelhouse.
Because again, the bourbon was not over the top. You couldn't taste bourbon. No. I mean, these are all good. No. I never would have guessed that any of these were over as high alcohol as they are.
Right.
Would not have thought that. But like I said, to me, this one, it's just really salty.
And I know you've pointed it out, and none of this is ever an intent to criticize what they're doing, because any of the breweries come up with what they want to do, and then there's a niche for it, and people try it, and they learn, they adapt. And so you said it before, this is our opinions on these things, and the beauty of it is you get to try all these.
Yes.
And, if you like something we say, go ahead and give it a shot.
Right. Well, speaking of that, so here's my next question for you guys.
Right.
Since it's snowing outside today.
Oh, my word.
Snow. How many sides does a snowflake have?
How many sides? Like front and back?
Sides. Make sure you talk together.
This is a trick question.
Yep.
So it's not this side or this side. He's talking like
it's not
this,
the fact
this,
that
this, this, this,
right,
this,
it's
this,
not
this.
two-dimensional.
Yep.
Right.
You are
It's
correct.
Not three-dimensional. It's
how many?
There is something with this though.
It's easy if you think about it.
Oh,
Toby's got it. Mike,
come on, Toby, pull us out.
Mike, don't be the anchor. Help out.
Well, I'm gonna be the anchor on this one
because you haven't got one right yet today.
I have two.
Toby's got all these right so far. If it wouldn't be for Toby carrying the load for this, you'd be negative like 40.
Well, that's why Toby, the new co-host, Toby, Jim is. You have a room in your basement we can move my recording stuff to, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you.
Whoa.
So
he's trying to get into the.
Oh, he hasn't been invited.
Because he wants.
Will the kegerator be there?
Oh.
Well, not if you're there. I mean, there's a separation of the kegerator.
Yeah.
So that's in a different room than where we'd be recording.
No, that's a different realm of friends.
All right, back to the question.
Right.
How many sides
does a snowflake have?
Easy answer. Come on.
Again, I don't. You got front and back. There's two sides.
Yep.
But then are you trying to say all the little?
But there's a point. There's only so many crystals that can form.
Yep.
Come on, Toby, pull it. Come on.
If it's
You're
6 or 8.
Is it either of those?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We drank 6 beers.
Yeah. 8. I don't know. What do you go for it?
6.
No, I'm going with him.
You are correct.
Woohoo!
Mike didn't have a clue.
I didn't.
I'm
the first one to say I didn't have a clue.
Wow. Very good response, Toby. We are so glad we invited you. Hey, for the next podcast, we're not going to invite the host. We're just you and I going to do
Nice.
it.
All right.
So this is going to be the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast without the Northwoods Beer Guy.
Right. All right.
Oh, crap. He's got more
Which
questions.
state recorded the coldest temperature in the continental United States? And it was at minus 70.
It is in the lower 48, the continental. Yep. Well,
that's what continental United States
I
means.
think it's Minnesota, isn't it?
Who here's from Minnesota?
Me.
Who
They
here?
have a football team, like a pro team?
Nope. They want to. It's a little league team.
So I'm going to be looking for 2 new co-hosts. Because these two yahoos.
I'm going with North Dakota.
It could be.
All right.
Because normally you would have thought.
It's an easy one
It
again.
could be Alaska, but that's not the continental.
Right, it's got to be
So
continental.
If you said Alaska, I'd tell you no.
Let's
It's
go
not
with-
Alaska.
Yeah.
North Dakota.
All right, so give me another guess.
So it's not North Dakota.
It's not North
Is it
Dakota.
really Minnesota?
I thought Minnesota.
No, it's
not.
it's not.
Is it?
It is close to Montana.
Is it North Dakota close to Montana?
Yeah.
Oh,
North Dakota, I think, is right here next to that. But close to Montana.
Yep.
Well, then you got Wyoming, Idaho.
Montana.
Wait a minute. No, I'm filing a complaint.
I gave you the answer.
I am filing a complaint.
you said it was close.
Filing a complaint.
That implies it's next to.
No.
Not
Yes,
these
it
states.
does.
Oh my
No,
god.
give me your phone. Give me your phone.
I even gave you the answer.
Give me your phone.
Wow.
Give me
Can
your
I drink?
phone.
I need a beer now. I mean, after
I'm
that,
so mad right now. We're not answering.
Wow.
We're not answering any more questions.
Mike, you and I are gonna have the next beer.
Yeah.
We're not even gonna let
We're not
you
even-
I
No.
gave you guys
Jim,
the
Jim, you go sit in the corner. You're not having the next
So-
beer.
It's
Toby.
close to Montana.
Toby, the next beer we're having is a s'mores.
S'mores.
Oh.
And Jim doesn't get any.
This sounds more dessert-like. than
Yeah,
salted
yes, it
caramel.
does.
Oh, right.
Yes.
All right, can you read it? You want me to like
You read it.
All right, here we
You
go.
can't taste it, but
Wait,
you can
is
read
Jim
it.
back? Is Jim invited?
Oh, no, he's going to read it, but he's not going to be tasting it.
So they have the same introductory paragraph.
Yeah.
And the adventure begins, the slumber, again, the same flavors of graham cracker, chocolate, and toasted marshmallow capture the nostalgia of campfire s'mores. 11% ABV. So this is a 2023 released, does not give the month. But here's a little side note.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this helps, hurts. I'd be interested. But at the same time, I was doing the research about the Dragon's Milk beer. It came up where they also have Dragon's Milk S'mores bourbon.
Really?
Ooh.
So they distill like a bourbon?
Well, I mean, I'm just as intrigued as you are. I thought it was interesting, so I printed it off. I'm like, what?
Signature beer barrel aged bourbon.
And it's 70 proof, 35%. I mean, so this is not impacting the beer.
Right.
But I'm like, so they must have thought enough about the s'mores beer to make it actually into a bourbon after they already put the bourbon in the beer. Is that like, it's like blows my mind.
What's funny is, okay, so Sand Creek, you remember Sand Creek, they have the Oscars. And
Yes.
remember, they took Oscars and they distilled it into a whiskey, remember? And I bought a bottle. I have a bottle. Toby, you probably haven't tasted that.
I
have a bottle of it at the house.
Well,
So
wait.
to make sure you taste it. Because remember, we had tried it at the brewery.
Yes.
But that's kind of crazy thing, where they distill.
They make a beer out of
take
bourbon.
a beer and then distill it into a bourbon.
Back into it.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a circle? I don't know.
It's a weird thing. So
That's weird.
So Jim,
Yes.
Since you can't taste this beer,
Oh.
this beer tastes similar to a s'more.
Oh,
What'd you
does
say,
it?
Toby?
Yes,
It's
it
really similar to a s'more. So Jim, what would you think it would taste like?
Oh, there's got to be some chocolate, marshmallow, and graham cracker.
Well, right, it could be. It's really similar to that.
Yeah, it's similar.
So, wow.
It's close to that.
Let me
Yeah.
see. What
See-
kind of, did you say the aroma?
It's close to a.
Aroma
Marshmallow.
is kind of pretty muted, but flavor
Wow.
it has several flavors to it.
That is not bad.
No, that's pretty.
Wow.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that probably gives us an indication why they wanted to make it into their own bourbon too. Because it says,
Have you ever seen that anywhere?
I have not.
No.
The actual.
That might be something if we make a trip somewhere
I
one
wonder,
day.
yes.
We might want to see if we can
Like a Total Wine, or
Yeah,
it's like one of the
we
big
could
liquor
find something
stores.
like
That would be really
fantastic.
interesting to try.
especially if they can give us a sample of it.
Yeah,
I've known some people before. I've taken them on trips, and they get samples all the time of all these good.
That's the thing with at Total Wine. They always have where it may not be this or
Right.
but they're always giving samples of something.
Yeah.
So what if you
know,
knew
but-
somebody, if you could like put in your little podcast thing about Dragon's Milk to give us like a sampler of their bourbon, send it to us, would we try it out for them?
Oh, I'd try it.
I mean, could we
Well,
like,
Toby and I would try it because since Jim's not going to be on the podcast anymore. But yeah,
I mean, this is pretty mellow. This is
pretty good. This is pretty good.
and this is a 11%. Does not taste like 11% again.
No.
I still
all of these have not tasted like.
There's
11%.
I haven't had a burn in any of these. I don't know. Gosh, this is like so.
This is a good one.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's got, just my opinion, it's got like the right amount of sweetness to it. You can taste the graham. Well, I shouldn't say graham cracker is a hard thing to taste. The marshmallow I get a little bit of a sweetness from the marshmallow. I think chocolate. I think
there's more chocolate.
Yeah,
chocolate. The initial. Is definitely
I say
chocolate.
graham cracker is one of those things that's so hard to taste.
That's very subtle.
Yeah, I apologize.
But
I knew where I was going, but I messed up on it.
Here's what I think. The initial is that chocolate.
Yep.
But the finish is truly a s'mores. It's a blend of that marshmallow, graham cracker,
of the three.
And chocolate together.
Yes, I agree 100% with you, Toby. Yes,
it doesn't jump out at you, but together it's there.
Yes. This is very good.
Yep.
Very good.
Do you want to start then?
Sitting around a campfire with that would be amazing.
Yeah,
I think on a hot, sitting there just slowly sipping it and stuff. That's a good beer. I think I am going to go a 4.1.
Wow. So this is your best of the day.
Right now, this is my top.
All right.
Right now. We got 2 to go, but this right now is my top. I think everything works, goes together very well, and I like it.
So I'll go next if that's right. Is that good?
Absolutely.
All right. So I think I'm the only reason why I'm struggling is, like you said, marshmallow is a hard flavor to capture, and so is graham cracker. I don't know if you can thoroughly capture those, but I do get the chocolate. I do get the smooth. There's no burn. I think this is the best one I've had today. I'm going to have to go 4.0. I mean, it's not over the top good. It's in that upper echelon though. It's up there. Toby, what do you think?
Yeah, so, I started high with my 4.2. This has been the first one we've had since the signature that, in my opinion, is really almost spot on. And there's that chocolate flavor. Like I said, I really think that there's a great blend of the marshmallow and graham cracker. It's just that finish that you get. I think it's good. Is it better than their signature? I don't think it is. So this is going to be my second one that I go 4.2 on, same as the original. So not that I've rated 2 at 4.2, but this is
no problem, man.
Yeah, it's not better than their signature, but it's just as good.
All right. So then, would you guys agree if I can find the bourbon s'mores?
I would try it.
Would you guys try it?
Yes.
I don't like to try new things. I mean, a little out of my wheelhouse. Absolutely, Jim. If you can find it.
If I can find it, we'll bring it on. We'll bring it maybe as a spotlight on the show.
Yep. It's a new year. I think
for sure. Yeah, we can.
Anything.
Yeah, if we can find it, I can bring it. I mean, I'm not guaranteeing anything.
Since we're in control of stuff, we could try different things on the podcast.
We have 2 beers to go. How many trivia questions do we have left, Mike?
1.
Oh, well, you got a couple here. All right, here we go.
Dang it!
Because you get a couple here, then you got to get the bonus,
and then we get the bonus one to go back to where we
hit
Jim.
the bonus already.
We already did, but Jim's like,
you're in my presence. That's your bonus.
I'm not feeling that bonus, but all right.
What's the question?
Here we go. Where do people go to witness the winter solstice in the UK?
Oh, come on, guys! This is the easiest question. Easiest question I've ever heard.
No, it is not a city.
Is it like a landmark?
Is it like some dude's field?
Yes.
Okay, Farmer Brown's.
What in the UK?
No, you didn't say what in the HE double hockey sticks, did you?
No, he said what in the UK.
Oh, I thought he said
no.
All right.
Toby, go for it. I have no idea because. Again, Jim will say it's the easiest question he's ever heard, and
when I say the answer,
we're probably gonna go, oh
yeah,
I can kick you both into Jimmy's.
United Kingdom. Where would you go?
I don't know.
Somebody got it? Come on, just throw something against the wall. See what happens.
Farmer Brown's.
No, it's a very, very prominent place
in the UK.
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge, yeah.
You're correct. But I'm not going to give you any points because I had.
Bull!
You went past the time. 16
Oh.
was wrong.
Toby, put him in a sleeper hold.
You passed the time.
No, you better put correct on that.
I think your time's running out on trivia, Jim.
Yes. All right, here we go.
Yes, we're losing interest in this.
Here we go. Oh, wait, here we go. Which European country is home to the Ice Hotel?
Iceland, Finland.
I've seen it. I've seen videos.
It's been on TV. It was just on last night. I just saw it.
Well, I wasn't watching the same station.
It's so easy. I can't believe this is.
I've seen videos on it, but I don't.
Oh,
I don't know where it's.
Finland or Finland?
No, it's European. Iceland? It's in Europe, not. I don't know.
I don't know.
Throw something out there. I have no idea.
You gotta give me an answer. Come on, you guys gotta. Since you get the last one wrong, come on. Throw something out.
Greenland.
Okay, I'm going to give you a hint. It's not Greenland.
Yeah.
Go to Europe. Go to Europe.
That's what I said. He gave me attitude.
Go to Europe. That's like, so where in Europe is like close to the north?
Norway.
Or
Sweden. Finland.
So it's one of those countries.
One of those three?
Yes.
Oh, which one, Toby?
I think Finland.
Finland.
Sweden. So close. You guys are so close. All right, so that was wrong too.
Man.
So you guys are now down 20. Good try though. All right.
Well, first off, he didn't give us credit for the last one.
Oh, you guys are way too.
What's the next beer we got coming up?
So, folks, you got to help me out there. Give me.
No,
can
don't
they,
help him out. I'm so mad.
If they don't, you can only give them like 20 minutes.
The next beer we have is a Dragon's Milk.
Oh my gosh, she's over talking.
Toby, Dragon's Milk.
Dragon's Milk.
Reserve. It's a reserve. It's a reserve.
This is new, Dragon's Milk.
This is double bourbon barrel aged stout.
All right.
Double bourbon barrel aged stout.
So does that mean with 2 or 3?
It's higher alcohol.
Oh, not okay. All right.
With Madagascar and Indonesian vanilla beans.
Does that mean it's from China?
No.
No, but
12.
Just a trivia question.
12.3%.
Does Jim know where Madagascar is?
Nope.
I've been there. Have you guys been there?
I have not been there.
I have
So
not been there,
apparently-
and
That's why I'm asking.
I don't think Jim's been there.
It's in the Indian Ocean. It's right off the coast of Africa.
It's in the ocean?
It's in the Indian Ocean off the coast of Africa. I've been there. So,
Really?
so snap.
Really? Really? We want proof.
All right.
Because I can say, hey, yeah, I've been here.
Okay.
You have
All
a
right,
picture?
so all right,
you
here
have
we
a
go.
picture.
We're gonna take
You
it.
got a picture.
Let's raise it. Who's been stationed in Africa before?
We didn't ask about Africa.
There's only one person raising
We
their
didn't
hand.
ask about Africa.
So,
Yeah, so
in Madagascar, is there vanilla good?
it's okay.
In Madagascar, did the donkeys and stuff talk? Like the movie?
Zebras?
The zebras? I mean, yeah, zebras, not donkeys. Zebras. Do they talk?
Only to you, Mike, in your clouded memory. Oh
All
my
right, let's
gosh.
Get back. Let's get back. I'm
Wow.
sorry. I derailed this. I didn't mean
I'm
to.
the
Toby's-
only one that's been in Madagascar, yes.
All right.
Toby,
I
really?
apologize.
So make sure you know who your customers are, because I've been a few places.
Ooh.
This is by Indonesia?
No, it's closer to Africa. It's that big long country.
Madagascar is off
big
the,
island. It's a big.
it's off the
island.
coast of.
I'm trying to understand what
Africa,
they say
yeah.
about this.
Oh, yeah.
Indonesia, Madagascar.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to blend.
Vanillas.
Like if I hit Mike on the right side, you hit him on the left. We're just blending his brain.
You're
a little bit.
blending the punches.
Yeah, no, his brain.
Nice.
Okay, so did you read the whole hoo-ha here?
No.
Nobody has that.
You were supposed to, but you were too busy
All right.
chastising us.
Oh no, I'm just saying I've been there.
All right, go for it. It's,
I haven't done
it's
it,
12
but I've been there.
12.3% ABV.
Wow.
All right, here we go. The second reserve of 2021 brings barrel character to the forefront, complemented by 2 separate editions of carefully selected vanilla beans.
Yeah.
First aged in 3 months in bourbon barrels with whole Madagascar beans, the beer was imparted with rich and creamy vanilla sweetness.
Okay.
The beer is then moved to a fresh set of vanilla barrels for another 3 months. The flavors of toast
Have you ever seen anybody stab with
it
a
up
pen?
on a bureau or amplified, married with subtle smoky, earthy, and fruity notes from the vanilla.
Okay.
The result is nothing short of legendary.
Wow. Nice.
Just almost like your math ability.
So this is one of the better descriptions, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yet it leaves you wondering. The flavors of toast it up
I don't
bureau
get
or amplified, married with subtle, smoky, earthy, and fruity notes.
so the flavors of toast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I don't taste toast. Of toasted up on
Toasted
the.
up.
What does that mean? Of the, what? Wait, hang on.
I tried to read it.
Let me read this the way it should be read. Hang on. Hold on. The flavors of toasted up on the Bureau of Amplified Beans.
Married.
Well, how did I read it? Wait, hang on.
No. But
Toby, can you read it?
But what I mean, what is the flavor of toasted up on the amplified whatever? I don't know what that means.
Unamplified.
I don't know what that means.
Comma. And
Yeah.
then they go to the next thing.
I
agree.
What is that? That's confusing.
You're confusing, Mike. I tried to read it.
I don't know. It's confusing to me.
So
what do you think, Toby? You got
well, there's a lot of words in there. If you taste it,
it's I don't taste all the stuff they're talking about.
Nothing's amplified.
I don't really taste a smooth vanilla.
I would have thought,
like the Snowdrift Vanilla Porter. I was expecting that kind of flavor.
Because again, this is like double bourbon barrel aged, but when it's Madagascar and Indonesian vanilla, I was expecting the vanilla to be the huge flavor.
Right, you're taking
6 months aged.
You're using two different countries' products,
and I don't get any vanilla out of that. I think it's just a weird.
Toby,
it's not as good as it could have been.
Speak to us, Toby. Give us some insight.
I don't know what I have for this one because it is definitely a different flavor than their signature.
Yep.
Nothing jumps out at you. It drinks very smooth.
Did I say this right? That there's two kinds of vanilla?
Yes.
Is that so? It's
Madagascar and Indonesian.
So they're both.
That's why I said they're
both vanilla.
That's what I said. It should have been a stronger vanilla flavor, in my opinion.
So, we've all had the Snowdrift Vanilla Porter.
Yes, I think that has
smooth.
That has more vanilla flavor than this does.
Smooth vanilla, right? I mean,
yes.
I guess I missed that they were both vanilla.
They're both, yeah.
So you would think there should be over the top amounts of vanilla, right?
Yes. That's my whole point. Yes.
So
and so even in the description, it goes with a subtle, smoky, earthy, and fruity notes of vanilla.
I'm struggling. I don't know, guys. I don't taste vanilla.
So I'm going back to the signature.
Yep.
What that was.
Yep.
This is nothing better than the signature by far. I mean,
I agree with you.
And I know that the peanut butter was a 3.9. The raspberry was a 3.7 for me. I'm kind of disappointed by this one. And again, I hate, and it's not that it's good or bad, but I don't think I want to go below a 3.7 because I think they're all good beers for what they do. But it's kind of like the raspberry. I was kind of disappointed, so I got to go 3.7.
All right. Well, I mean, we all got taste buds. I mean, we're all not. Nobody's wrong. I mean,
no.
I was like, I read this and I'm like, there should be double.
I was excited.
Double.
I thought it was going to be over the
double
top.
the bourbon, double the vanilla, double the.
I thought it was going to be over the top vanilla. Is what I thought. A lot of vanilla flavors.
I thought it was going to be I thought it was going to be the Snowdrift Vanilla Porter with a hint of bourbon.
I almost want this to have more flavor where I say I don't like it.
Right. Yes, exactly. So Jim, what are you going with?
Oh, gosh, I am so frustrated. And here's the other complicating piece: 12.3%.
12.3%.
This is the highest ABV one
that we've had.
Double bourbon
podcast. Yes. That's the highest one. Yeah.
So I am so struggling with a score because the highest ABV and it's lacking flavor.
Yeah.
The vanilla, I was looking forward to that. Mm-hmm. I mean that's a good flavor. Vanilla's a good flavor.
Oh yeah,
it's a nice smooth flavor that
for sure
anybody, even the non-bourbon barrel drinkers, vanilla smooths everything out. Gosh darn it. I'm going to have to go a 3.9. I wish it was more, Mike. I wish it was more.
Oh, don't apologize to me because I'm not sold on this one.
Yeah.
You're not?
I was expecting more vanilla flavor. When it said, the double barrel, double bourbon barrel aged stout, I thought, okay.
So Mike, before you give your score, so one thing, I don't know if we've mentioned this is not a new bottle.
Correct.
So I don't know.
But that's the same with the hibiscus and the same with the peanut butter.
Yes. So I just throw it out because I don't know how that impacts the flavor. Okay.
That is a good point. Yes, you are right. Again, I thought it was going to be a very vanilla forward flavor, and it's not.
Nope.
I'm going with a 3.7. I know I did. I know I did one before with 3.7, but I just think that they could have done better with it, and they didn't. So,
all right,
it's not my favorite.
Well, it kind of reminds me, you say that. It kind of reminds me of the
reminds me of a trivia question that you guys are going to get right.
Obvious answer.
Yeah, obvious answer.
It kind of reminds me of the responses that you guys have been giving me to the questions have been kind of not so good. So I'm trying to give you guys some easy ones. All right, here we go. Easy question. I've heard this numerous times, even saying on TV this morning when I was watching. What is the name of the ice skating rink in Central Park? Wait. confer before you say it. Don't just
no. You're talking about the pig where people skate and
yeah. They put their ice skating shoes on and they skate on the ice. That works.
I think the last time I watched Elf, they didn't say the name of it. So,
but confer. Don't blurt it out.
How about the Central Park ice skating rink? Should we go with that?
Yep.
Central Park ice skating rink.
So I will have to say, without a doubt,
you were wrong.
This is the closest you've ever came to an answer.
Okay.
What is number 2?
Central Park ice skating rink.
What is the one in bold?
In bold?
The number 1, the correct answer.
The Woolman rink?
Yes.
So number 1 is Woolman rink. Number 2 is City Park ice rink. And number 3 is Red Square ice rink.
Not City, Central.
No, it says City.
Oh. Well, so...
You can't read it. Wait a minute. Toby, I bet you we got all those right, and he read them wrong.
So you got that one wrong.
All right, so this leads me to want to drink the final beer.
Hang on, wait. Let's see
we
here.
got more trivia.
Oh wait,
great.
This is in Toby's wheelhouse. She might get this all right.
Toby. We only have this one episode left, Toby, and then you and I are in charge. So,
what famous winter attraction is Budapest known for?
Why is this my specialty?
Why is Budapest his specialty?
Because Toby knows a lot about Germany.
Budapest is not in Germany.
No, it's Europe.
Wow!
Right?
Man!
See I linked that together?
What was the question?
Well, he knows about Germany. Yeah, Budapest. What? It's close.
Budapest what?
What famous winter attraction is Budapest known for? Toby, come on, you can't get this wrong.
Gotta be like a
mountain or something.
Drinking. No, I mean Germany beer.
Budapest is not in Germany though.
I know, but like beer drinking.
Nah, that's not it at all.
It's close.
Beer drinking is close.
I mean, it's like, close. It's definitely not mountains.
It's Decemberfest.
It's definitely not mountains.
Is it Decemberfest? Yeah, I like that. Decemberfest.
Is that your answer?
The Monks Go Wild Decemberfest.
Ooh, yeah, the Monks. So
yeah.
Brewery. I mean, let's. I don't know. Go.
Monks Go Wild.
All right, so that's a good answer. It's incorrect.
Okay.
So when you get drunk after drinking a bunch of these,
yeah,
and you fall on the ground and you're rolling around in your puke, then where do you go?
Home or to bed.
Remember, in Europe, where do you go?
In your hostel.
The thermal bath to clean up. Oh my God.
Do you know that, Mike?
No.
Wow.
No, I had no clue either.
Wow, wrong.
Thermal bath to clean up.
Thermal bath.
All right. So
all right, Jim, we got your thermal bath right here.
And then I get the last one for the bonus.
All right. What's the bonus
yay. Word? We have one more to go.
If you bonus, you win. Right now, you're at -7. If you lose the bonus, you're at -20.
That doesn't matter. Give us and if we get it right, we're at +20.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we can get Jim and the Jimmies.
Yep.
Oh, he said it. All right, let's do it. Oh, now he's going to look for a hard one.
Do you want to finish? Do you want to do the beer?
No, do this one first. We're doing the beer after that. Let's go.
All right, let's see here.
He's trying to go.
He's worried.
See, when I did it, I let him pick easy, medium, or hard. He picked easy. I told him this number through this number. He picked that number. He got it wrong. So,
all right, it's a winter animal.
Okay.
Winter. Which animal's fur turns white in the winter?
This is like a trick question. This is like
no. Polar bear is white all the time.
Well, I know. But it's a trick question.
What animal's fur turns white in the winter?
This is for all the marbles. Come on, guys. Don't let our listeners down. You guys are the best and brightest that we have to offer. You guys have got to do good for the listeners.
Just remember, moving forward, Jim may not be on the podcast.
Because I'm so good. Mike is intimidated by my smartness.
yes, by your smartness with your phone with the answers on it. What animal's fur turns white in the winter?
And it might be more obvious than you think.
Do we have them in North America?
Yes.
So wake over there, Mike?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what
this is such the easiest question I think I've
It
asked.
probably is, but I'm drawing a blank, Toby.
So you said obvious, right?
Yeah.
So polar bear is obvious.
Yeah, but polar bears are white all year. I know that. They're not. They don't turn color.
I think
Guaranteed.
a little bit more brown.
No. If you've ever trusted me at all in your life, you will trust me on the polar bear.
So
That's not
Northwoods
it.
Beer Guy, this is your podcast. You give the answer.
No, well, you haven't helped me at all on this question.
I just tried.
He gave you an answer.
No, polar bears, they're white all the time, though. So
I got nothing.
it's a little creature, right? It's not like a big giant. It's not a big thing. It's a small thing.
The snow mountain lion. Mountain lion.
Let's say it's gonna be something like, it's the something snowshoe hare. Snowshoe hare.
All right. So here I'm gonna lead from 3 caribou.
They're
2
not white all the time.
harp seal.
So you're gonna
And the number one answer, the correct answer, the one that you did not get correct, Arctic fox. You guys got minus 20.
Wow. How
Jim
is the
wouldn't
Arctic
know.
fox obvious?
It's not.
Minus 20.
That's how Jim's mind works.
Minus
Dude.
20.
All right, we're going to another beer. The last beer.
Wow.
Our last. Hey, we're doing the Dragon's Milk.
Dragon's milk?
Dragon's Milk. We're going to try Dragon's Milk now.
Hey, did I emphasize that you guys did worse than I did on my movie and trivia? Just to let you know.
Toby.
Who kept track of the score?
Jim did.
Well, no.
Minus 20.
Here's the thing.
Minus
Wow.
8, according to what I see.
Here's the thing.
No, that was the bonus one. Bonus are like 13
if you would have
points.
heard the Christmas questions I
Oh
asked
my
him,
God.
you would have laughed your hinder off because you wouldn't have realized how seriously uneducated Jim was.
There's no way. How many people responded back on your questions?
7,926.
No, I don't believe that.
It's pretty much. And they all said Jim was silly. I got like 500 and some that said you need to get a new co-host.
So, in this
So, Toby,
podcast, is
you and I
anything to do with beer?
Oh, yeah. All right. Dragon's Milk.
All right, what do we got?
We have Maple Oak.
Maple.
Maple oak.
Jim, 11%. Read the description.
Maple Oak is the first of the Reserve series to receive the double barrel treatment. So I don't know if that means it's the same as the last one.
This is the first one, though.
Aging in both Kentucky bourbon barrels,
Yeah.
which is very promising,
Yeah.
and bourbon barrels that previously held Vermont maple syrup. That's an interesting combination. Our signature stout was also brewed with pure maple syrup for the first time ever, providing a delectably sweet complement to notes of roasted malt, vanilla, and oak. 11%.
Huh.
All right, well, if this is not where I want it to be, Mike is going to be without a testicle.
Wow, that came out of left field. Considering I brought all of these beers. Wow, that definitely has a maple flavor to it. When I think of like the maple brown or maple donut or that tastes like the maple.
Yeah, it has a very good maple finish.
Yeah.
Very good.
that one might be the best one so far.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
yeah, that is like wow.
So, Mike, can you call Susie? Tell her that you're going to be home with 2 testicles tonight.
Okay, I'll let her know. She'll be like, oh, okay.
So again, what's interesting, this is a 11%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just so smooth. Just
looks at
and it's a double barrel.
All of these have not had a bourbon flavor at all, which is not. Again, I think if somebody has never had a barrel aged beer, they could try a Dragon's Milk.
Yeah, and
not be like overpowered by the bourbon flavor. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's that's kind of their thing. Yeah.
What I think and I wish I could talk to the brewer or see the brewing process, only because does aging these have the same impact like aging it in the barrel longer?
Yeah,
like if you age these like Central Waters 48 months
wasn't the
Pappy
was like 54 months or something like that, I think.
So what would happen to these exact same beers in a different brewing process where they aged it for 4 or 5 years?
Right.
Well, would that be good?
Maybe we'll be able to find out. Maybe, they'll come out with another line.
But wouldn't that be something good? These exact same flavors aged longer.
Yeah, I think it would lend itself to what we were talking about before, how thin and drinkable these are. I think it would get a little bit thicker, and it would definitely...
The bourbon might be a little more pronounced.
Yes.
Maybe. But still, they're good.
But the hard part is, we are so splitting hairs.
Yeah.
When the very first one, every single one in a small part of your mouth, it all tastes like the first barrel. The regular. Yes.
But in the scheme of things and all the flavors, this one to me is as close to their signature.
This last one is? Yeah.
So do you want to
go first?
Throw a score out there then?
I'll go 4.3. To me, this is just that little bit above because it is everything the signature is.
Yep. I mean, so you're saying because the signature had coffee and chocolate. This had a little bit more. Well, this is a little bit more the maple syrup. So I mean, so which part did you like better?
Yeah, I definitely think it's that maple flavor that comes through.
Okay.
Yeah. To me,
I agree 100% with you.
It's good. Yep, that's maple
and smooth
and very smooth.
Yes. Yep.
Absolutely.
Jim, what do you think?
So I've been, I guess, overly tough on my grading.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a good representation.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm trying not to be negative. I guess that's my part. I'm trying to come across in a positive that it's a very good beer.
Yeah.
And the s'mores was initially of the first set that we were trying had the most flavor. I think I like this maple because I mean we've had some maples that are just like so really sweet.
Yes, very
this
over the top.
This is not over the top sweet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with my 4.1. I think for me the best beer today.
Yeah,
I agree 100%. I'm going 4.1.
4.1.
Same thing. This is the highest beer I rated. I think that, again, they've all been extremely smooth, extremely not bourbon overpowered. But like I said, I just think that I suppose people could say, I don't taste a lot of oak. Well, that's not a bad thing. You know, and I again, the maple to me is not overpowering and like over the top, where it's like super sweet and you just, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We've had some other beers that have had maple or maple syrup and that kind of thing. It's like way too sweet. That's not this one. And like I said, I think anybody, maybe I'm wrong, but I think anybody that, even if they haven't tasted like craft beer before, they could taste this and they wouldn't get like, oh, it's super, it's like super high alcohol. They would not know it's 11%. So I'm going, 4.1.
All right. So now let's do our wrap up. Let's do our summary. Toby, so of all the beers you had today, could you give us your 1, 2, 3, or is there something you'd recommend? Like maybe there's just like, I only got one beer, I'm going to recommend this beer.
Yeah,
what do you think?
So I've just got an opinion that I want to share, and based off of what Mike was saying, we hear the word oak come up a lot. I think barrels are made of oak, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And so I think these breweries want to represent that. That doesn't necessarily mean we're going to taste the oak as much as we might, like an example of the distillery where they were making that in an oak barrel. But these barrels have been previously used, and excuse me. And I think that sometimes we focus on that oak as a flavor, and it really isn't there at all. It's just the barrels are made of oak,
right?
So that's just something I want to point out, regardless of where you're at with things. So again, I'm going to go back to the signature. To me, Dragon's Milk is fantastic. I mean, it is so good. It is smooth. It is one that I truly enjoy. The s'mores was great, and to me it was very comparable because there were some flavors there. And then this last one I think was just a little bit better. So if I had to put 3 beers in, it would definitely be the signature. If you're looking to try something bourbon barrel aged, give that signature a try. If you want to try something just with a little different flavor, go with the s'mores. And then the last one we had with that maple in.
The maple oak.
Maple oak is fantastic. And to me it's just a little bit above that s'mores or above that signature. So those are my top 3.
Okay, Jim.
All right. So I will have to go with, I only had today, I was anticipating a lot because we've had a lot of Dragon's Milk beers.
Yes. Yeah.
And they've always seemed to taste good. So my only question, my only concern is that when you're rated against themselves, they don't taste nearly as good.
Well, it's hard.
I don't know.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard because you're comparing good to good.
Right.
So, and then it's variations of good. Yes.
So that's why I'm not saying that there is not a beer today.
When we get to like Bourbon County and stuff like that, we're rating them against themselves,
So none of the beers we had today were bad.
No.
For sure.
Not at all.
I will say that.
I would recommend any of these beers to anybody.
Yeah. So I want to make sure that I preface that with my
100% correct. Yes.
I'm trying to split a hair so that the listeners, if they're out there looking for some of these, might see them or they might have had them. For me, I believe that the last one we had, the maple, had the best flavor. I like that simple touch of maple. To me, that was good. I like the s'mores. and I like the oatmeal cookie.
Okay. Yeah.
So those are my top 3.
Yeah.
I would recommend any of these to anyone. I can't recommend you drink 2 or 3.
No.
But I can recommend
Right.
you try one. And I'm so glad, Mike, that you brought all these. I mean, I'm glad that you invited me to be part of the taste of it, because I don't know if I've had all these, but these are all taste very good.
Like I said, we have enough Dragon's Milk to do another one, and we will do another one later. But yeah, so Jim,
I hope I'm hitting the mark. I don't know.
Oh no, I agree 100%. Because like I said, I think my number one beer tonight was the maple oak.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought the flavor on that one, was very good. It had almost, I wouldn't say the perfect amount of oak, of maple, but it was very good.
Yes.
I think that one was just head and shoulders a little bit above the rest of them.
Like a hair.
A hair. So my number one is maple oak. My number 2, I went with the coffee chocolate.
Oh, all right.
I thought, even though there wasn't a lot of chocolate flavor, the coffee was not overpowering.
Yep.
Because a lot of times you get into that, tastes like you're chewing on wet coffee grounds. So that was not that. So that was my number 2. And my number 3 was I apologize. The s'mores would have been my number 2. And then the chocolate coffee is my number 3. So
what did you think of New Holland Dragon's Milk overall?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. When you look at the top barrel-aged beer programs, and I'm not rating these in any order, okay?
Yep.
Central Waters is up there.
Yep.
Bourbon County.
Yep.
Goose Island. And Dragon's Milk New Holland, I think, is right up there.
And Normal, Illinois.
Sorry.
Distal.
Distal's got
a good...
Dusvadanya.
They got a good program going.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jim just let the cat out of the bag. We're going to have some shows because we went
there.
Yeah, we went there before, but yes. I have like the last 3 years worth of Dusvadanya that we can try too.
Those are very good.
Very good. Very good.
They got
very good. So yes, I would correct. Honestly, I would put them, Distal. Well, honestly, I'd put Distal and Goose Island.
Yeah, they're
for a second, and I'd put New Holland third behind just.
Central Waters.
Central Waters is number 1.
Oh,
I put Central Waters 1. I put Distal, and I put
Bourbon County
2, and then I put New Holland 3 for the barrel age program.
So those are your top 4.
The top 4 beers that we've ever had. Because and again, ladies and gentlemen, there could be breweries out west or out east that we've never tried that we don't know about.
Yep.
But the ones we've tried, I think those are
all right.
That's how I see it.
Yep.
Anyway.
So I think my final wrap up is that overall, Jim is the best trivia guy, and that Mike and Toby and Mike by himself clearly don't know that much about trivia. So I think we're going to need to stick to drinking beer because you guys really don't know your trivia. Am I spot on with that one?
No, but
well, here's what I think. I think we're running out of time, and Jim says a lot of things, and you can believe what he says or you can believe what he doesn't say.
All I know is Jim believes what Jim says.
And it's always right.
Like I said, Jim believes what Jim says. So guys, I thank you so much. Again, this is our first episode, our season 2. Dude, guys, season 2.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
The first season, we had 40 episodes.
One season?
Our first season, 2023, we had 40 episodes.
3 viewers.
This year,
3 listeners.
Is your goal 1 a week?
1 a week. That's what we've been doing.
So listeners, be looking forward to
52 weeks for season 2.
Well, it may not include Mike, but it'll include Toby and Jim. So make sure if you like the content, let me know because we can always, every once in a while, bring Mike on.
So once again,
if we need to.
Sorry, Mike. I've had a lot of votes to get Jim off of there, but no. Like I said, this is our second season, guys, and you look back 40 weeks ago when we first started this.
And you were such a baby then.
Yeah.
You were so young.
We were learning. We're still learning. But it's like, like I said, the amount of comments that I've had that said, keep doing what you're doing because there's nobody else doing what you guys are doing. And I've been listening to a couple other podcasts online where they talk about craft beer and we're kind of the only things trying beers and giving people our honest opinion. So I hope that, we can keep doing that and get more people listening and all that. And we're on YouTube, so they can hear us, and it's on YouTube Music. So it's not video, but it's still, it's still this podcast
is it still out there?
Oh yeah, 100%. And
all right.
Again, so thank you guys so much. And Jim, do you want to do the closing? You and Toby.
I don't know what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we always say,
it's ice outside.
We hope that your campfires are always warm
and your beer is always cold.
See ya.
There you go. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. If you have a question, a comment, or a beer you'd like us to review, please feel free to send us a message at northwoodsbeerguy@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're on Untappd, look up Northwoods Beer Guy and send a friend request. Until next week, I hope all your campfires are warm and all your beer is cold.